the leader of the opposition, and in fact, going to court to force them to do that because our concern is very clear. It's a very clear constitutional matter that there shall be a leader of the opposition. So based on that, we've gone to the court so that the court can rule and force the government to actually put in place a leader of the opposition. When that came up, similarly, they asked for it to be struck off, but the judge agreed that this should go forward. So this case now is being heard on the 24th of March, 2024.
So two yeses on your behalf?
Yes, in the sense that the case is moving forward. So there will be arguments heard on both sides, on the CA matter on the 24th, and on the leader of the opposition matter on the 24th, or on the 10th, of March.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Thompson-Fontaine.
Thank you.
Of course, you just said Mr. Thompson-Fontaine, of course, the leader of the United Workers' Party, and he's standing with the people of the Super Escorted, of course, constituency. I've not seen the power rep, and there's been calls from the power rep to turn up and give support to the people, but I've not seen her just yet, and I don't know whether issue dropped, but the people have been asking for her. They need to support there on the ground. So let's see what happens there. And as I said, a lot of SSC people have come into on the ground there next to the court and demanding, and there's surrounded by a lot of people from the Super Scott Daniel constituency, and the appeal is the same. Daniel is dead, Dominic is dead, justice means the killer's head. No bail for Jonathan. No bail for Jonathan. People have actually surrounded the court because there's no way this guy's going to go into the court, and he's not going to get confront the people from Super and Scotland at this time. You see the police, of course, creating a barrier. Yeah, just a barrier. And people are very upset about it. I suppose the police trying to create a barrier to allow Jonathan to have here. And I'm hearing some people in the background saying, for one white man you want to protect, for one, of course, a white murderer. So, yes, when you put the barrier, you have to go at the back of it. So the police are now making efforts to block roads there so the people can have to get at the back of the barrier. I'm gonna witness there. I don't know if the people will move. How was that, sir?
Concern. My concern is Jonathan Lira still selling our passports, and we've not heard anything from the Prime Minister revoking him as an agent of the CBI program. How is it that how is it that this man can be still making money selling our citizenship? That bothers me. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Of course, the question was Jonathan Herrera. Well, a full police presence in this one. A full police presence. We can stand up like that. I'm standing for what about justice. No bail, they say. No bail. The prison bus is here. I'm not in the prison just yet, but the people are standing. No bail for justice. They're walking to the crowd and getting a reaction there.
To investors, lovely people who came to bring development to our country. But one criminal come to destroy our country, and we cannot allow that to happen. We oppose it, and we will not allow it to happen. This is very, very a sad day for our country. Our country has become almost like a rogue country, if that is the case. But I want them to know we are not a criminal. So don't push us around. I police try to push me there, but I just please plan me. I don't take it. The people are standing there. People are standing there out of the court here in Rosa Dominica. The people are standing up as workers from the court of Dominica City Health, trying to monitor what's going on here. But it appears that the people are standing over. Richie, I can tell you the people seem very, very serious outside of the court this morning. A full police presence, SSU here, in front of the barricades, the people actually broke the barricades and they basically say no bail for Jonathan, no bail. No bail for a murderer. All right, of course, you hear the French, Canadian, and standing with the people of Dominica. The full staff of course, as a result there, the Kubli Ridge, they're here giving support at this time, and 295 is live here on the ground. No bail for the killer, Jonathan Larry at this moment. So I see you're very serious this morning, right? You're very serious. Yeah, man, I vex, man. What's next about? But he came my boss, man. Daniel, because they're killing me. They're getting me. Help me a lot. I vex. Yeah, I vex. One man do the crime and they protecting him. They're protecting him for no reason. That's nonsense, man. That's nonsense. Of course, more of the workers there from the Sullivan Ridge standing with their boss. Hello, talk to me, sir.
Matt Roosevelt has consistently bragged about the healthcare state-of-the-art hospital. If we have a state-of-the-art hospital, why does Jonathan have to go out of state for prostate treatment? We have a poo-poo machine or whatever they call it. State-of-the-art. Let him stay here and take this healthcare state-of-the-art just like all of us. Mr. Scary said people come from all over the Caribbean to our state-of-the-art hospital. Why does Jonathan have to go? It does not make sense.
So you think it's a serious flight risk?
We know he's a flight risk. You know where they found them. We know he's a flight risk. But it's more than that. It seems to me that the authorities are trying to give him a way to escape. Otherwise, he could take the treatment in our hospital. What is the problem? Prostate. State-of-the-art hospital can't deal with prostate.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, one of the regular callers on Q95 there, standing with the people of Dominica, or the super people more. I see more of the super people, Scott said down here, people there. And basically insisting no bail for Jonathan, no bail for Jonathan. And Richie, I'm going to come back to you, and then we will continue that report. But let me get the final questions here. Hold on. No mercy. 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 Daniel and Dominic, if you have no mercy, there is no mercy. Oh boy, you heard the French Canadians say,
sound that really associates and you can link to this very situation happening in Dominica. The matter was supposed to be resumed about 1:15. But keep monitoring and I'll bring you more information as it comes along, as it becomes available. No bail.
I have been lying in restless slumber.
That's the cry this morning. No bail.
After dying a dreadful death, I was a victim you might remember. A murderous cutlass took away my breath.
I was very moved to see, most of the staff members of Colibri Ridge were present this morning. All the young people were employed. Standing with the deceased, huh? The same sympathy the brutal murderer didn't show me. So now I'm begging society to execute the capital penalty in memory of me and the souls in this victim story. The murdered one. Remember, buried, dead, and gone.
And it's wicked crime. So when the killers cry for mercy, before you go out soft with pity, just remember this victim story.
Just remember me, the murdered one. 1:34 is the afternoon time. Let's take taking phone calls. That's the story of the day for sure. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hi, good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you, yeah.
Matt, I just couldn't be there today, Matt.
Uh-oh.
Matt, something that is really bothering me, and I have to ask that question. Now, when I ask that question, I have more to say. The day that man was being apprehended, these two men, the accused murderers, were being apprehended. Where were they found, Matt?
Where they were found, it is alleged, I can't confirm it is alleged, they were found in the south of the island.
Well, the policeman that arrested them, didn't they take that up with the court to make the court know these two men will flight risk if they ever give them granted bail? And we have a man that say he's the, they call him Blackmore. Blackmore came up with a story the other day. Blackmore knew that these people would get, they were asking for bail all the time. When people giving Blackmore praise, I wouldn't give Blackmore praise for talking the rubbish he talked there. Blackmore knew these people would be seeking bail. Why didn't he come out first and say, well, that shouldn't happen? Look, these people, it's alleged that they were trying to leave the country after this brutal crime was committed. Why are they seeking bail? And no bail should be granted to them. Blackmore should have said that the same time when he knew that these people were seeking bail, not coming after the fact and talking about no bail my foot. He should have done that before, man.
Let me put in perspective for you, Blue Bull. Actually, the case has not actually begun yet, you know. The case, they're asking for bail before that case began. So the only witnesses and the testimonies from the police officers are not given yet. They're just asking for, because every murderer out there, alleged murderer out there, can get bail. So they're saying, well, the fact that everybody can get bail, I'm asking for bail until that case is called. That's the issue right now.
Well, as I telling you, my Blackmore should have said that from the word go. He shouldn't repeat it now. And this, I mean, when they were given bail, he should say from the word go, that case is looking like that's a no case bail. You have to understand where I'm coming from.
I know where you want to, where I think you want to come from, but the matter is not it has not started just yet. Okay, it has just not started yet.
I hear they begging for mercy. I hear they pleading for
137.
the same sympathy. That murderer didn't show me.
Some doctors asking me, Matt, what do you know? What is the condition for which he needs to go overseas? Yes, based on my information,
The souls in this victims.
there's some prostate issues that he says he's now having and needs to seek medical attention overseas. But I'm saying if you're a millionaire, get two experts, doctors to come and treat you at the hospital. I don't see any. Why do they have to give you bail to go seek medical attention overseas? Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
I didn't finish talking and you just cut me up abruptly.
No, I'll explain to you, Blue Blue, what the process is. So to say Blackmore should have come out before, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, well, let me say another thing now.
Go ahead, yes.
With all the top of the line, top instruments, we are Kung Fu machine, we are Song Shu machine, we are Wang Fu machine. Have the best instrument a hospital can ever have. All your prime minister said that they have them up there. All the instruments, they have them up there. Why on God green earth, Dominica green earth, the judge that they're allowing that man, trying to allow that man to get bail, to go and seek medical care. The man is a millionaire. Let him call whoever doctor he knows in America that can take care of him. Call them in. He have a place. Let them stay at his home and come and care for him in the jail. That man should not be given no bail to go nowhere. And that judge, wherever the hell he come from, is a wicked judge. Bye-bye.
Blue Blue. 139. The judge is only doing his work. Thank you very much for the telephone. Hello, yes? Uh-huh.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
Hey, we will respect the judge. Let's not go personal on the judge.
That's why I said the judge is only doing his work.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not hearing from Joshua, because Joshua was very vocal and instrumental on the first hearing with the bail conditions. I'm not hearing him. I actually saw him, but he didn't pass.
I actually saw him 5 minutes ago. I'll try to get him because he's outside of the people there from Sufre. I saw him there.
No, I saw him. He didn't pass by the Sufre people. He went on the other side. On the very front, he passed by the post office.
Well, I'm telling you, I just saw him there at the back of Esau with the people. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, now, I was looking at this morning, Matt, when it was heated up.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try to get him to see if he can share a view. What do you want him to say?
No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about Mr. Blackmore. I'm saying what Mr. Blackmore said. Instrumental, or can our whole life affect the judge's decision, or prejudice the case.
Okay.
But I'm saying, what is his take on all the people that are there? Is that going to prejudice the case? That's what I want to know from him.
Okay, all right. The big song, The Victim's Story, Mighty Pep in St. Lucia. I always use this one in circumstances like these, huh? Very appropriate, very timely.
I am the watchman on Shrewsbury Road. Or maybe you all may know me better. I'm the battered body of Valerie Lord. I screamed and I cried in anguish as they chopped me like a swordfish. And in my
I know a few officers that brought to my attention, not officers, but inmates that have been there on trial, waiting trial for 9 years. I'll share that story very, very shortly in the very near future. The matter has never been heard. Two young men there from St. Martin. Is this preferential treatment based on who you are? Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Uh-huh.
Yes, but good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, yes. Good afternoon to you. I'm fine for now.
Matt, when you listen to what has been said about this Jonathan fella, even by the PAL rep, saying that he was the aggressor, right? Because the people say that he didn't want them to use the public road, and he had dogs and his wife, at the people. When you think of the man tried to leave the country according to report, it's alleged. that he was caught in the south. When you say south, they say Grand Bay, the south, trying to run away. How can you give this man bail, Matt? How can you give him bail? This man, if he gets bail, he's not going to return. So there should be no bail for Jonathan, man. No bail.
No bail, no bail.
And Amnesty International is so concerned about the rights and freedom of these murderous criminals. After 5 years in prison, everyone forget the victims. The prisoner's rights is what make him fame. 1994 was a good one.
Somebody's saying to me here, from a doctor's point of view, Matt, he needs a urologist. Premier Medical Services private clinic has a urologist visiting next month. He's more qualified to see and assess the guy.
So now I'm begging society, execute the capital penalty in memory of me and the souls in this victim story.
I think I have a call there on my phone. Norman, good afternoon to you. How are you? How are you?
I'm good, Matt.
Why
are they bringing him down so often? That's what I want to know.
To get bail.
When they order people in remand for 9 and 10 years and they haven't been down for no bail hearing or anything, I find they bring in Jonathan down too often. That man should be locked up.
He's locked up. He is locked up.
They're supposed to do a PSA on him and to see if his PSA is high.
Yes.
No?
Yes, that's...
And then from there they proceed. If there's not a urologist in Dominica, security has to take him up to wherever island and get his PSA checked. Do a biopsy. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I mean, come on, man.
All right, Norman. Thank you.
Kill these two people. He and his gangsters. What the heck is going on in Dominica?
I was a victim in my dream.
All right, Norman. Thank you. All right, Norman. Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, boy. Let's take more phone calls on the telephone. Hello, yes? Uh-huh.
Good afternoon to you, Matt. How you doing?
How you doing, my brother? How are you?
I'm good. Ponton here, I think. I'm listening to your program. I've been listening. Actually, I passed this morning on at the courthouse. I see quite a few persons there as well myself. Hoping Mr. Thompson Ponton, different areas of person who was there present. Matt, I mean, it's unbelievable. The bail situation with the defendants from that case there. There should be a no bail, Matt. You cannot murder two people and burn them in a vehicle and having this walk away. They need to seek justice, and I think candidates as well need to seek justice and that they can have trust in the Dominican justice system. And so far, all this records that's going on, and we're deciding whether we should not be making a decision whether they should be held until all the PIs and all the investigations are done and the case is before the court and the matter has been heard. That should be the will of the people, and I think they should respect that. I think I'm in favor of the no bail, and I think Dominicans should understand, and then that the law enforcement officers and the administrators, the magistrates, to consider. But that's a contribution, Jeff.
Well, I can tell. Well, there's no magistrate involved right now. It's a judge that has to make that decision. All right, it's 146. Hello, talk to me. Yes, and somebody's asking the question: why bring him down so often? Well, he has to come down to court to hear, or the judge can hear his court. His case, if you will, or his bail. So he can determine whether he deserves bail. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, Matt. Matt, how come is Jonathan alone that is coming down for bail? Where the other man that did the crime with him?
Well, he's the only one appealing for bail at this point, given his conditions.
Matt, he has sick. No condition. He told Matt. Thank you.
You're not a doctor. The guy is sick. He has to come down and get relief. Huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
Matt, Nurse Diram.
Hi, Nurse. How are you?
Oh, Matt, in this country does have to be fine. Thanks God for that, Matt. Let the gentleman take his treatment in the Shrine of Friendship Hospital. that everybody have to go to when they do something. And he was a poor man, they will go there. So he's supposed to go there. We have too much nonsense in that country for certain people because of who you are and who you not are and who you is. Matt, I have suffered. Matt, I have suffered. You don't know the extent of my suffering. Matt, up to now I'm suffering. Last year, Easter, man come and ask me pardon. And he said, nurse, I cannot keep it no more with what I saw. Your case was not lost, it was sold. And Matt, I know everything. I cried for 2 whole days. This country will doom because you know why? Every man must get free justice and what is due to them. Not because of who you are, not because of the money you have, not because of who your family are. And Matt, that is how we get injustice in Dominica. And I'm telling you today, Matt, if we have to continue like that, Dominica, finny back. We are wicked in our hearts, man. We don't know Jesus. But have a nice day.
It's selective justice, they call it. Selective justice. But according to Mr. Wicks, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Somebody saying, man, I honestly think some parties involved with the CBI are afraid to leave the man to rot in jail because he will start singing like a canary, selling out people because since when they're allowing a prisoner up and down court like that, a whole Netflix movie. But do you have any information on what the murdered victims' children are saying, their opinions? No, I don't have. Also, always I've been told though, from a very close source, his wife may have suffered some medical situation as a result of this situation going on right now. Whether she left the state, I am not too sure about that. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes? Are you there? Yes, it's been you again. Thank you.
Matt, the prostate problem we're talking about.
The what problem? Hello? For some reason.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead now. Go ahead, yes.
I'm asking you whether the prostate, which we're talking about, of Lera, is the condition a benign or is it cancerous? The prostate.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to get that information in the court. I don't know what is really going on with that prostate condition. But he's suffering. He's basically, his lawyers are saying that he has a condition that he needs to get treatment.
Well, can you not get treatment in the Caribbean, man?
I'm sure there are pathologists urologists, in St. Lucia. Everybody goes to St. Lucia to get, care for prostate issues.
But you're making a very big issue of that, because most men, including yourself,
yes,
will in their lifetime experience some prostate condition.
That's true.
In other words, if you were to go out of your office now and call 10 men into Q95 and have them diagnosed, 9 out of 10 of them will have prostate problems.
That's true.
It's a fact of life. That's a man's problem. Right? The women have a different problem. The women have a prostate, but they got a different condition now. So that is not new to men. That is why I'm wondering why all this big stuff about trying to fly him out to treatment. Are you saying to me that there's no island in the Caribbean, including Jamaica or Barbados, who have a urologist? A urologist is a doctor who specializes in that matter.
Mm-hmm.
You must be able to find at least one of them in all the islands to treat Lera. So I don't see that this hula was going overseas for treatment. You see, that's not rocket science, my brother. Prostate is not rocket science at all. All of us are out there as a men will eventually get that. You don't believe me? Google it. 9 out of 10 men in this world will eventually have this sort of problem, right? So that Lera business about flying out, I really don't understand it. And one last thing, Matt. Can you ask the judge, I mean, you're a journalist, when he make that decision did he actually take into account that scenario in the Caribbean in Antigua, where the white guy who killed the Dominican and got away with it never came back to face justice? Did he take that into account as a judge? And I'm hearing that judges shouldn't be criticized. My brother, get this African thinking out of your mind. The best of we have done. Nobody on that planet is beyond criticism. The white man in England is to criticize the Queen of England. They not criticize Charles the King. Nobody is not respect the decisions of the judges. We do not necessarily agree with it. So don't tell me these people are beyond criticism. They are not. That is why when they make a decision, we go a court of appeal. Right? That is the court of appeal presupposes that the lower court and the lower judge will make a mistake. And that is why you go to the end. So don't tell me we shouldn't criticize judges. Where you got this so that African mental job in mind. Nobody is beyond criticism. And I never really heard again what in Dominica about we cannot talk because who the hell actually we going to criticize? This is not paid employees. I call them hired hands. We hire them, we pay them. So don't tell me they can't be criticized. Get this thing out of your mind, man. Have a nice afternoon.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Dominica, we're here. Reviewing what's going on there at the courts. As I said, they took a break this morning, but they were supposed to recommence at about 1:15. I'm monitoring and finding out just what is going on. Some health professional says, Matt, in his arrogance, he's still disrespecting our doctors. So you don't have no doctor in Dominica that can check on Mr. Grain. Shubstan. I know we have 2 urologists on island, the Chinese at the hospital, and Dr. Jacobs. I know that I met another one there at some private clinic some time ago. So there are a few on the island. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt, I didn't know when you call somebody wicked, it is disrespecting somebody by calling them wicked. So many parents calling their children wicked. People calling their mother wicked. People calling people wicked all the time. For a woman that wanted to talk this one to tell me, respect the judge. People, I'm cursing the priest. People cursing doctors. People cursing God. You telling me about respect? If I say the judge wicked, my lady, if we didn't have nothing to say, but shut up. But
we don't have to answer to every police opinion. Huh? She's just expressing herself, okay? On the telephone, hello. Yes.
Hey, Matt, good afternoon, Matt. With all these expensive lawyers that they bring in from outside for Thompson and them, can they bring a urologist to Dominica?
I'm sure.
The guy has his, yes, exactly. So that nonsense has to stop. People have to stand up to that and realize the government is part of that, trying to build this man, and we should stand up as a nation against it. That double murder is a serious case. It is something that needs the attention of the international authorities also, because it cannot go away scot-free like that. You cannot be preparing, a government system cannot be preparing to have a person go free or escape from facing a double murder case like that. That is like a brutal killing. And we have to take it for what it is. It's not too many could they burn. You hear any lawyer saying that his client is innocent.
Yes.
It's not too many could they burn. And we must not treat them like too many could have get burned. Enough said.
All right. Caller, thank you very much.
Society cook up a mercy council. And
Somebody's saying, man, we're wasting taxpayers' money.
They're so concerned about the right and freedom.
Why does he have to get special treatment for his prostate?
Criminals. After 5 years in prison, everyone forgets the victims. The prisoner's rights is what make him fame. 1994 was a good one because a killer named Solomon. The mercy. I am pleading for sympathy.
A professional now says to me, Matt, I'm in Barbados following the discussion. Rebail for Jonathan for the alleged double murder. I have engaged some legal minds in Barbados on the matter. I have been told that a bail in such circumstances would not be granted in Barbados. The Caribbean and the world are monitoring that matter in Dominica.
And his wicked crimes. So when the killer cry for mercy, before you go or suck with pity.
Another opinion, Matt. Hi. No bail for this man. First of all, he should have been castrated. He himself should stay without. The Prime Minister knows this man in jail during the election. That's the problem for him. Plus, if he loses, so he can you're looking for a way to escape. Don't trust this guy. Don't trust this bail issues at all. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
Yes, good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Matt, my name. Reverend Blackmore said that he's against bail.
Bail, yes, he said that.
Yes, but we want him to prove it by standing with the people. Today, stand up with the people and say, let the voice be heard now on the ground that you are against standing bail. Yes, they are double-faced people. They are two-faced people. So we can never take him serious.
So you're saying Mr. Blackmore is not serious?
Serious.
Hello?
Yes, you.
Are you saying Mr. Blackmore is not serious when he said no bail?
No.
Well, I'll try to get him on the line. Okay? Because the PSC was very serious, and he was challenged by a few lawyers as well, Dominica Barr. So, and he stood. So I'm sure he may be serious. Let's see if we can take another phone call. 449-159, 449-3095-96 and 97. Yes, let's see what happens there. Yes, we're gonna do this and come back. Dr. McIntyre says the Chinese urologist at the hospital is fantastic. So take Jonathan to a wonderful hospital.
I have been lying in restless slumber. After dying a dreadful death.
Matt, I know lawyers have a duty to represent their clients, but there are a lot of lawyers in Dominica with no moral integrity.
A murderous cutlass took away my breath.
It has been said, innocent until proven guilty as well. That's what a lot of lawyers will say.
And now they say his life might be saved.
One thing, and I agree, we should be very proud of the people who showed up today, well organized with your t-shirts. So Freya, take a bow. Scott said take a bow. The people really turned out today. Because I remember a lot of people were saying why the workers would never show up, but they showed up today in their numbers. They were making calls too as well for their pal rep to show with them, give them her support. That's a different one, huh? Somebody said, Matt, I would like you to read this. In whose interests are these Dominican lawyers working, doing all they can to get this man to leave the country? Dominicans must call them out as lawyers involved. The lawyers involved trying to get this man out of the country. Somebody says we should call them out.
I am the watchman on Joseph Road. Or maybe you all may know me better as the body of Valerie Lord. I screamed and I cried in anguish as they chopped me like a swordfish, and in my very own blood I choked. Now this vicious, heartless killer wants to write sympathy letter to save himself from the
Somebody said I'm giving Blackmore too much props. Because somebody suggested that he was not serious about calling for bail. My friend, you saw him standing with against the Caribbean lawyers and the local lawyers, sticking to his gun. That's what I mean.
And it's wicked crime. So when the killer cry for mercy, before you go out for pity, just remember his victim story.
Another comment here. No bail for Jonathan, justice for Daniel and Dominique. He pretends to be sick just to get bail. They should not bail this man because he killed the loving and caring couples. They did so much for the people. They are the ones that was making everyone eat a bread in Soufriere. We lost two great people. Precious lives. It hurts my heart. I'm in tears, man. It makes me so sorry.
I hear the begging for mercy. I hear the pleading for sympathy. The same sympathy that murderer didn't show me. So now I'm begging society, execute the capital penalty in memory of me and the souls in this victim story.
Hello, good afternoon to you. 204, talk to me. Yes? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
It's Q?
It says, yes, it's Q. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. You know, Matt, everybody's beating up on the judge, you know. But the judge is the one that's fighting for Dominica the most, you know. When you start paying attention, you realize the judge is the one that's fighting for Dominica the most. Have a good day.
Have a good day, too. 205 is the... All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, Dominica, right after this.
The song written by Nahum Jabbar.
Something good. Fantastic news from Eaststar Trading Limited, presenting yet another top quality, unbeatably priced product brought in especially for you. Just received world-class clear brand canned tuna in chunks and flakes, available in sunflower oil and brine. Prices start as low as $2.95 per can. Yes, you heard right. Clear brand canned tuna, perfect for delicious dishes at home, in restaurants and hotels. Shop and save today on world-class clear brand tuna, available at Eaststar Trading Limited. Eaststar Trading Limited, working hard every day to make a difference for you.
Something good. Something good.
AutoTrade is introducing our very own mobile app. Yes, the AutoTrade app is here. From scheduling your service appointments, request financing, checking our vehicle and parts inventory, to receiving personalized coupons and sales specials. Life is so much easier with the new AutoTrade app. Download the AutoTrade app from the Play Store or App Store today. Call us at 255-6800. AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship.
Dominicans, insure your property, protect your property. You homeowner,
and businessman. Protect your property, insure your property. Can't wait for the hurricane, can't wait till you flood again, can't wait till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Somebody book me on like the big creole. Mouvement créole à Soukir. Tout le monde créole pour attention. Comité pour études créole Dominique. Et puis Radio QFM qui présenté. Mouvement créole. Tous les mardis soirs, 6 après-midi. Information, blague, interview, l'histoire, problème, discussion, reportage, apprendre à parler et puis écrit créole. Lien avec ton peuple créole. Bon musique créole. Mouvement créole. Nous fait un rendez-vous, messieurs, mesdames. Tous les mardis soirs, QFM qui est frappé avec bon parole créole. Sans ça participer, qui est nous? Rapide bâtiment là. Mouvement créole à ce grand station QFM. Voici avec nous tous les mardis soirs 6h pour Mouvement créole. Matchez ça.
Fresh market. When money don't count and your pocket don't hurt you. A fresh market, never disappointed.
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Your one stop.
When money don't count and your pocket don't hurt you. Fresh market, never disappointed. Fresh market.
All right, Dominica. Yes, I think I saw Mr. Joshua Francis, along with other reps outside the court. Mr. Thompson Fountain, everybody else was there, monitoring the situation there outside the court, while his lawyers inside was trying to get him bail, or to, if you will, amend bail conditions. They gave him bail, but he was looking for them to amend the bail conditions. Joshua Francis, you've been monitoring the situation from morning. What's going on here?
Hi, good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
And good afternoon to your listeners.
I know.
Good afternoon, Dominica.
I know you're very busy, Joshua.
To you, Matt, and Happy New Year to Dominica.
Happy New Year to you too, Joshua. But again, just to hit the ground rolling, because I know you have you're very busy this afternoon and you were monitoring what's going on there. I saw you myself. You didn't see me, but I saw you. What do you think of the people standing for no bail, if you will, or to adjust the bails, their conditions there for Jonathan Lirera?
Well, Matt, as you rightly put it, the gentleman has already made a bail application in which he was successful. The court granted him bail. However, for him to be released on bail, he has to meet certain bail conditions, some of which it appears that he has difficulty in satisfying. Of course, he has to present a surety who must pass what is referred to as a means test as well as a control test. In addition to that, if you recall, one of several conditions is that he would have to renounce his U.S. citizenship. With what appears to be difficulties that he has encountered, his attorney has since made an application to vary the bail conditions to further make it easier for him to be released on bail. that application ought to be heard today. Well, the court has scheduled that application to be heard. And up to 5 to 10 minutes ago, that application has not been heard. I entered the court. I wanted to take note of what was happening live, but I departed from the court because all day we have been waiting. But it appears that the High Court judge is in conversation with the senior counsel involved in the matter. So the formal proceedings has not started or had not started when I was by the court.
So based on what you have observed, Joshua, do you expect anything there sometime later? Any change in condition, bail conditions?
Well, it is possible. It is possible. The accused attorney has made that application, and he would have to satisfy the court why conditions for bail should change or be amended. He may have to show the court that there has been a change in circumstances. He must have substantial grounds to justify any change of the bail conditions. So it is possible, it is left to the judge to make his decisions based on the evidence, based on the legal arguments termed in the matter. He must be satisfied that there's justification for changing any bail condition. I cannot speak for the judge. Based on the judge's decisions in the past, he gave reasoning for his decisions. And this afternoon will be no exception. Should he hear the application today, I am sure his decision will be laced with reasoning, legal reasoning, and in some cases, commonsensical reasoning.
But do you think he would be moved, Joshua? This is the first time following this matter. This is the first time I've seen the people of Soufriere Scott said, Ghalia and others stood up, to give support to the deceased. Do you think that could maybe sway the judge a bit, that he has to be careful as to what he does?
Well, the judge is a human being. We must never forget that the judge has emotions, he has feelings. However, the judge has been trained to be impartial and not to allow emotions or any outcry by the public to sway his decision. But at the end of the day, the judge has already stated that public interest does not capture emotions. So although we have the residents from Soufriere and Scott said outside or within the precincts of the High Court of Dominica, and the judge may be fully aware of that, I believe that when the same people speak, it echoes into the court, especially when they shout out no bail. So the judge is human, he will take note of that, and that may very well indirectly support whatever decision he takes. But to say that the judge is going to necessarily take that into account, into determination of any variation that he may give to the bail conditions for the accused Lira, I would say it's unlikely. The judge reasoning is going to be based on law and facts.
So you don't think that crowd that we saw there, it was different? You don't think that, as you said, would have no impact on his decision going forward? No.
Well, Mark, as I told you, I cannot speak for the judge. The judge is human. He has a decision to make. I cannot say for sure that he will not account for the number of residents outside his court asking that bail be denied or there be no bail conditions amendment. I cannot say for sure that he will or he will not. What I can say with confidence is that whatever decision the judge takes, it will be based on legal reasoning against the facts termed in the matter.
But again, my final question, I know you're very busy. Of course, you stood when Mr. Blackmore spoke some time ago that he was interfering with the justice system. Do you still hold that position today?
Well, the position I took is that Mr. Blackmore has to be very meticulous in his public utterances in respect to court proceedings. And not that he interfered, but rather on the face of the matter, given the statement that he had made, it would have appeared that he was interfering with the judicial process. Mr. Blackmore holds an office that must show accountability and responsibility. And like any other public officer or any minister, government, one has to be very careful, particularly in a matter of that nature. This matter has extra jurisdictional implications for Dominica because you have the accused being Americans and the deceased, the victims in the matter being Canadians, and of course our own jurisdiction. The world is watching, of course, the accused being an American. You would expect America to be watching, and more so, Canadians are watching to see how we dispense justice. And therefore, we have to be very careful of what we say and how we say things, because we do not want to appear to the world to be interfering in the administration of justice.
But let me ask a final question, because I just got a note there from one lawyer, one practicing lawyer, who says, Matt, we should call them out. These lawyers that have been working to get these guys out, these guys or this man to leave the country. Dominicans must call them out, and as lawyers involved. How would you comment on this?
Well, that's a personal decision by every lawyer.
Yes. Would you?
There are some
I was going to ask follow up.
There are some lawyers who would not take the matter for various reasons. First of all, there are significant numbers of lawyers in Dominica who do not practice criminal law. Number two, amongst those of us who practice criminal law, some of us may have decided not to take part in any matter of that nature. You're looking at a gruesome murder. You're looking at ramifications not only for the accused, but for Dominica. I think that is very important to take note of. This is not an ordinary criminal matter. This is not an ordinary murder trial, because based on the outcome, Dominica could suffer. As somebody put it on social media, the accused is not only on trial, but Dominica is on trial, because the world is looking to see how well our administration of justice system works. So I cannot say that the lawyers who have decided to represent the accused ought not to have taken up the job. They are lawyers. They have a right to decide whatever job they take. And likewise, the accused has rights under the Constitution of Dominica. And the Constitution of Dominica affords him or them the right to an attorney. And of course, they have retained the services of these attorneys, and these attorneys have a right to zealously and fearlessly defend their client. That's what they're being paid to do.
Would Joshua,
that is one of the basic principles of lawyering.
Given the pushback we've seen from the people, would Joshua Francis take on a matter like this? And if not, why not?
Well, no. And just for public consumption, I did get a call from the family of one of the accused, basically to watch a brief at the very onset of the matter. And I was polite to the family of that particular accused, one of the two accused. However, I did not take up the job of watching brief. I am not too sure whether the family saw it fit to retain the services of another attorney. I don't know whether another attorney is watching brief, but an opportunity had presented itself to me, and I did not take it up. I cannot say for sure that had I been asked to be part of the defense team, that I would not take the job. Of course, at the time when the family of that particular accused spoke with me, I did not have possession of all the facts or the allegations surrounding the accused and the incident. But now that I know many things, I don't regret not being part of the team.
All right, Mr. Joshua Francis, thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time this afternoon. Thank you, sir.
Well, Matt, interestingly, I'm right here with my clients in my office.
All right.
But I gave the public a couple of minutes. My clients don't mind. They are patriots.
But definitely, it will definitely have an impact on what is going on there with the international community, because I saw some Canadians themselves, French Canadians, participating in the protest action this morning. So it's going to have an impact.
Yeah, well, Matt, of course, the Canadians are watching, and they're watching very carefully. If you're aware, there were several articles commenting on the decision of the judge the last time when he gave a decision in the bail application. So the media, the Canadian media is watching, Canadian nationals, they're watching. Hence the reason I keep repeating myself that it is very important what we say and how we say things about the matter, because Dominica is technically on trial. So there's the public court out there watching Dominica and having Dominica on trial.
Joshua Francis again, thank you very much. 222. Let's take a voice note there, I think from Maslin Edwards. Are you there? Let me see if we can get this one there. Going back to Maslin Edwards.
Good afternoon, Matt, and good afternoon to all Dominicans.
Good afternoon to you.
Matt, I stand with the people of Gallia and Sophria in spirit. And Matt, God knows if I was in Dominica, I would be standing with the people, Matt, because I am for justice. I am for freedom. I am for liberty. I am for country, Matt. I would be standing because I do not take part or I do not subscribe to conformity of calling good evil and evil good. Matt, the people have a right to stand because you know what? This is the man who terrorized them from using the road. He terrorized them with their dogs. He terrorized them with guns. And no one came to their aid. The police did not help. The AG did not help. The Prime Minister did not help. The parliamentary representative did not help. The security minister did not help. They all knew of the situation, but they allowed this man, this Jonathan Lehrer, to go unhinged on the people, terrorizing the people like the people had no rights. Like this, Jonathan Lehrer was the law of the land, and the law stops with him. The final say stops with him until he went ahead and murdered the people in such an horrible manner. Matt, is only terrorists that commit crimes like that. Only Al-Qaeda that commit crimes like that. I remember some time ago, his lawyer, Lennox Lawrence, said that the opposition should be hunted down like Al-Qaeda is hunted down.
Okay, what's going on here? Let's see if we can get back to that clip there. Let's try.
Hunted down. Now he has the perfect terrorist and the perfect Al-Qaeda, and he is vehemently trying to get him off the hook. He is vehemently trying his darnest to see that that man abscond. He knows damn well that this Jonathan Lehrer is a flight risk. And they come in the name of prostate cancer. And who the hell cares about his prostate cancer, whether he dies in a jail cell? The Prime Minister spoke about the state-of-the-art hospital that is so well equipped and functional to meet the health needs of the Dominican people. Why is it that it can't meet the health needs of Jonathan Lehrer? I see it was created for Dominicans, right? The poor Dominicans. But it was not created for the passport sellers with all our millions, like it was not created for Roosevelt Skerritt and his children, and it was not created for the entire crime syndicates and the suckers within the government. It was not created for them. So that is why Jonathan Lehrer cannot go there and get his prostate checked out. So he needs to abscond. He needs to come to the US to get it done. And we all know that once he gets his feet on US soil, it's abracadabra. The game is over. And that is why Dominicans should never stand and let this man get bail. And even if he gets bail, Dominicans need to know that they have a right to disobey any law in the Constitution that does not work for them, that does not protect them. They have a right to disobey it. And that is why Dominicans need to stand their ground. And if this Jonathan Lehrer is given bail, he should not be able to sleep not one night in Bois Cotlet. Matt, since in the time of Eugenia Charles, this road where the Canadians were murdered in such a horrible manner, that was made public, and they all knew it. The AG, the police, the security minister, the parliamentary representative, they all knew that Jonathan Lehrer was the aggressor. They all knew that Jonathan Lehrer was unhinged and terrorizing Dominicans. They knew of the situation. The police did nothing to protect these people. But you see them today protecting this criminal because it's a crime syndicate. It's criminals protecting criminals. And when it comes to indigenous Dominicans, they know how to persecute them, how to harass them, how to terrorize them. But they have a criminal and they're treating him like he's some noble man. Matt, I am wondering, where did our nobility and our patriotism and our love for country go? Our real genuine love that we had for people, our humanity. Can you imagine that these two people got their deaths in Dominica in such a horrible manner? And we are trying our darnest to build this criminal in order for the people not to get justice? Matt, it's a shame, you know. It's a shame. Do you think the people of Sufri and Gallia have to go out and protest in order for this man to remain behind bars, Matt? What our justice system has become, Matt? I just never heard anything like that.
Many families from the constituency who use that road to walk, exercise, had a lot of difficulties because they have a lot of dogs. They would come out and scare people. So we had a lot of challenges.
Denise Charles was a friend of the couple who was killed. She's also Dominica's Minister of Tourism. She represents the constituency where Daniel Langlois and Jonathan Lehrer's properties are located. She brought them all together to mediate the dispute, twice, to no avail.
We agreed at the meeting that we were going to engage the Ministry of Public Works to help us, to do a survey of the area and to see where we could have an alternative road to Daniel's property. Jonathan went ahead and just decided he was cutting another road. There were opportunities to resolve the matter amicably, but Jonathan was not interested in that. He wanted to do his own thing. Daniel's stance was always avoid confusion. Let's be peaceful. Let's avoid noise. He did not aggravate the situation. He did not seek any problems. I feel that Jonathan was more the aggressor because he constantly would say one thing and do another. Daniel, on the other hand, was a man of his word.
But Jonathan Lehrer's lawyer is also here. He just met his client, and his message to us is simple.
I know he's innocent, and that's a clear case. They're alleging that at a particular time, the both victims, or alleged victims, were killed. That's what they're saying. Yeah. They're indicating what time they think it occurred. They're also disclosing to us documents and statements that says that the first time our client was seen at the area was 5 hours later.
So in other words, the prosecution so far cannot say where Mr. Lehrer was at the time.
And they're required to say, not us.
No, I get it.
They're required to say where he was.
Here's another comment. When last did you see the leader of the opposition get any security from the state? Reginald Austri asked people to disappear Lennox Linton, but one security was provided. A gentleman came to Lennox Linton's home, planned false evidence, and not one security. He was leader in our government, an outstanding citizen. Is it not ironical that our police force is providing the best security to an accused murderer who is a foreigner? He's in jail for gruesome crime, and in addition to the cost of housing him in the state, he's using a state facility, using security resources. The issue here is, why is our law enforcement being selective in its duties? Who is giving orders the police force. What is the state's priority?
All you're forgetting an employee of Congress Lady Dennis Charles, an employee of the Ministry of Tourism, is heavily involved in that case with Jonathan. How she got shares in Bois-Cotlet Estate, how she got to be a shorty, embarrassing Dennis boats in Soufriere. That is what the Soufriere people must start picking up about. How an employee of the state is embarrassing the state. All you're forgetting, an employee of Congress Lady Dennis Charles, an employee of the Ministry of Tourism, is heavily involved in that case with Jonathan. How she got shares in Bois-Cotlet Estate, how she got to be a shorty, embarrassing Dennis boats in Soufriere. That is what the Soufriere people must start picking up about. How an employee of the state is embarrassing the state.
The same Peter Karam. On the telephone, we have 27 more minutes. Talk to me, yeah?
Matt, good afternoon to you and to your listeners.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
And to abroad. I want to commend the people of Soufriere and the entire area, constituency, and all the Dominicans who joined them this morning outside of the court to protest that Jonathan should not be given bail. I mean, I listened to Dennis Charles, and you can see, I don't know whether she's genuine what she's saying, but you can see there was a big difference in how the government operates as a government, because Jonathan should not have the right to block road. You go there and say it's a public road, and you enforce it as a public road, and he has to use it like everybody else and respect people. If that had been done, would not be where we are today. The other thing, though, when the Prime Minister was asked at the press conference about the comment made by Mr. Blackmore, he said, well, we will not comment except to say, and if the guy is granted bail and he escaped, then the people will blame them. So in other words, the Prime Minister himself, the head of government, recognized the guy is a risk, okay, because he has made that point. Now, I don't think we need to mix the matters and get harsh with the judge and with lawyers, because our Constitution, and I agree with Justice Francis, says that an accused have a right to a lawyer. So you have a right to a lawyer. The lawyer decide whether he or she take the case or not. So I don't think we should get rough with lawyers and so on. But when things are contaminated, that's where we are. When governance is contaminated and the institutions are broken down into partisan operation, then that's where you act and so on. You mentioned that you spoke to somebody in Barbados, and what the person said of Barbados. I spoke to somebody myself, and I got that same advice. I spoke to somebody in St. Vincent, and I spoke to somebody in St. Kitts, and I got that same advice and so on, because it's not a simple thing that you were in a fight and you defend yourself and somebody get killed. It wasn't that. It was that two persons who were creating jobs on the island, paying taxes on the island, giving income to persons to survive themselves and their family on the island, contributing to the Soufriere Scottsdale area in terms of building stuff there. The school in Soufriere was assisted by that person. Two of them were brutally murdered. And the thing is, Putin Vikran was being pushed into a precipice. Now, I made the point some time ago, and if, say, the vehicle had gone down in the precipice and nobody saw that in time, and then it comes days that the guys are the people are missing, and then days pass, we can't find them, people looking, then it would really create a problem for the Soufriere people, the Prenetial people, the Scottish people, to show people here it is, These people in the area created employment and somebody killed them and so forth. But God is a strong God, he's not a sleeping God. So the matter was discovered. So I think let's see what the judge does with the information that will go before him and so forth. But I'm just saying when things are contaminated with partisanship and poor governance, that's where we end up mad. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. Thank you. Let's see if we can play a voice note. There's a 237, yes?
Hey, man. As you just played that clip of Denise, something struck me. She said that Jonathan would say he's going to do something, and constantly he would do something else. So, how is the court confident that this man is going to adhere to the conditions of bail when Denise, who should have some credibility as a minister, is saying and vouching and testifying that this man cannot be trusted?
2:38 is the afternoon time. Back to my favorite song for the afternoon, The Victim Story.
Matt, good afternoon to you. And good afternoon to all Dominicans, those who are at home and abroad, Matt. Matt, I listened to Joshua Francis. And Matt, I myself, I do not know what to say at this time. I will not say what I should not say and what I cannot say. But Matt, I want to take the opportunity on behalf of Ivan Nicholas, Matt. They don't know I'm doing it, but I know if they were in Dominica, Matt, they would be in Roseau. Matt, I know without a doubt if Jeff Bellot was in Dominica, he would be in Roseau. Matt, I have no doubt, Matt, I would have been in Dominica. And so, Matt, on behalf of Ivan Nicholas, Jeff Bellot, and myself, Matt, I want to thank my people, the people of Soufriere, Scottsdale, and Gallion for taking that stand, Matt. Matt, I think right now is a turnaround for us. We ought to call what is right, right, and what is wrong, wrong. This is how we were raised in Scottsdale, Matt. Matt, politicians mess us up, but this is how we were raised in Scottsdale and Soufriere, calling what is right, right, and what is wrong, wrong. And so I want to thank them. And not only that, I'm trying to get to Ivan and Jeff so we can thank them even better, Matt. But I want to say with every fiber within my being, Matt, I am grateful for these people who stood. I wish they had stood earlier, but Matt, what happened today, I am happy. I am grateful to God first and also to them. And I'm encouraging my people. Soufriere Scott said, and Gallion, even Point Michel, I'm encouraging us. Let's all stand for what is right and let's renounce what is wrong. Anytime something is right in our constituency, let's stand for it. But anything wickedly taking place, Matt, in Point Michel, your village, my village, Scott said, Soufriere, and Gallion, let's stand and let's make a difference. Let this be a starting point for us. So Scott said, Soufriere, Point Michel, Gallion again, I say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I hear them begging for mercy. I hear them pleading for sympathy. The same sympathy that murderer didn't show me. So now I'm begging for society, execute the capital penalty in memory of me and the souls in this victim story. Remember me, the murdered one, me, buried dead and gone, me, cut down in my prime, me, and it's wicked crime. So when the killers cry for mercy, before you go all soft with pity, just remember this victim story. I am the little pseudo named Trisha. I am the watchman on Chosen Road. Or maybe you all may know me better.
Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? Oh, sorry about that. Let's see if we can play a voice note there. Everybody wants to get a piece in, huh? 242. You talk to me.
Matt,
Yes.
you know, you play those clips, right? I hope you're listening to those clips, you know. I hope you listen to Lennox Lawrence. The judge's hand is tied by the kind of investigation that the police did. Why was the investigation carried out in ways that gave the defense lawyers so much leeway? You understand? You're just there rambling and rambling and rambling. Even you, bro, sometimes I wonder if you listen to the shit that you play and if you pay attention. You understand? This is a charade that is going on in Dominica, Matt. A charade. A charade. From Blackmore down, it's a charade. You understand? The judge's hand is almost tied in that case. The judge has tried his best, you know, and everybody is focusing on the judge. But the judge has tried his best. The judge has to deal with the evidence in front of him. He cannot make an emotional decision. He makes an emotional decision. He goes to appeal. It's an automatic dismissal, and the guy walks. You know, all you do, Dominica, is emotion, reactionary bullshit. That's all you do down there. We are being played. We are being played. And open your goddamn eyes as a reporter and stop investigating things. It's in your community. Go and investigate it, man. Go and do You play those clips, bro. I hope you listen to those clips. I hope you listen to Lennox Lawrence.
Mr. Hold on, I was trying to get to Mr. Zed. You are too emotional when you act, my brother. Think. You're too emotional. That's all my response is going to be with you. You get emotional about things that makes no sense. All right, 2:43 is the afternoon time. Thank you. We've seen it down here in America, and you just I don't know, thinking off your head without doing what? 449309596 and 97. 2:44 is the afternoon time. Yes. 44930959697 and 6164257. Okay. Like you seem like you're the authority on everything, huh? Every issue. That's what your problem is. And when you had a chance to corner the prime minister, you never did, right? Now you want to criticize everybody else. 244. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes. Good afternoon to you. Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
You see, Matt, we have to understand that it is getting worse back home. And right now, the ills and the unfair brutality and victimization and people that hold a little power in office taking advantage of the system is now going out to the international world. So right now we are going to be rated as one of the worst countries to exist, because right now we have people that commit murder, and there's evidence stating that the people are really involved, although we could still say it's alleged. But then we see a system where you're trying to take away murderers out of jail or prison because of financial resources, because of money. So that just tells about the corruption, because any ordinary person, whether they come from the States or any other part of the world, that had a few dollars and wasn't involved, I'll repeat, it wasn't involved with our passport sales and other things, would not get that kind of treatment. You see, so just let us know that it's not about human rights. It's about money rights and who make money. You know, Dominica have to really look into that kind of nonsense that's going on, because the country name is going down. That was a country that was loved, and that was a country that was known to be a friendly country. And for the sake of dollars, we have lost our integrity and our own value. So that case with that man there is just to show that who in power can make things happen because of their connection for money. Anyway, have a blessed one. I hope you understand that.
Have a blessed one, my brother. 2:47 is the afternoon time. You know I love criticism, but let's make it constructive, huh? When you get a chance, sometimes expose the very ills that you're talking about. On the telephone, 2:48 is the afternoon time. Talk to me, yes? Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Tunti, how you doing?
Good afternoon to Dominicans. I can hear you very low.
Your voice is a little
But let
low.
me just say,
Yes, thank you.
I heard a voice clip a while ago with some caller making the point that it's something Lennox saw. That's why he can be so confident. Clearly, that caller doesn't know Lennox Lawrence, right? And that is no reason for him to believe that Lennox saw anything. And I think that the case was properly investigated. In every investigation, you will find something that could have been done differently. But there's no issue with the investigation from my learnings, Matt. From what I follow that case right through, Matt. Clearly, there's an agenda, and the judge has departed from every single thing that we know within the Bail Act and what we expect where bail is concerned. The main factors to grant somebody bail have not been examined and examined properly, Matt. Matt, I believe the prosecution is doing an excellent job in this case. I have looked at it. I have followed it, Matt. And if you ask Lennox Lawrence, even if the client going to be hung tomorrow, he will turn top in mud. So for the call on the voicemail, on the voice message to make that point, or you don't see how confident Lennox maybe didn't even have a disclosure at the time he made that statement. He did not have full disclosure at the time he made the statement.
I mean, he's talking for his client, so we expect him.
That statement, you want to make it look like the police did a mess. That is what the judge is using. As to where the judge going on his agenda, I don't know. The competence that investigated that case, to me, is second to none. When you have JJ investigating a case, a straightforward case like that, with people having burns on their hands, with people seeing, when the judge gives the definition for eyewitness, it's like the judge expects the eyewitness to be able to stand up there, see you do the shooting, see the bullet leave the gun, see the bullet shoot the person, see the person. That is not eyewitness, what eyewitness is all about. Matt, you hear the bullet in the area right there, not too far from you. And you see somebody run away from where the bullet was exploded, got exploded, Matt. That is an eyewitness. So there's a lot of things happening in that case, Matt. That is unheard of. When you look at the shorty, you have a shorty responsible for bringing investment in the country. And the shorty is the person, and that person, the same person that in charge of bringing foreign investment, where two investors were murdered. And that person standing a shop. That's unheard of. That will have serious implications for Dominica. Economic and social implications for the country. I'm an investor and I'm going to come back to Dominica. So we have to be very careful. The issue of bail has turned into a calamity in that case. And we will hear a little later. There's a lot more to come. When you have people diving into the arena, we have some, I mean, I don't want to get too deep, Matt, but there's a lot of garbage going on. in that bail application. And we will hear a lot more about it in a while.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much for putting some perspective there. Some people that don't understand and are pretending to be lawyers or judges themselves. 252 is the absence of what it says. You know, I don't want to get any personal with my friend there, my maths teacher. Says Mr. Z is rude and disrespectful. Who does he think is his little boy? Why he thinks he can talk to Dominicans like that? Mr. Z, somebody's telling you, learn to chill when you don't get your way, okay? Learn to chill out about that. Getting too emotional.
Sympathy, the same sympathy. Some word that God didn't show me. So now I'm begging society, execute the capital penalty in memory of me and it's all in this victim story. Remember me.
Somebody say, Matt, you have Lalin.
Buried dead and gone. Me, cut off in my pride.
Somebody said, man, how could you let this guy disrespect you like that? No need to embarrass you. No need to do that, huh? I think he's just being emotional because he doesn't know any better. On the telephone now, we deal with these things on a day-to-day basis. Hello, talk to him on the telephone, yes?
As I said, good afternoon. How are you?
How are you, sir? How are you?
I'm good. Madam, no person in mother-in-law. I'm not going to comment on the legal issue
Okay.
this particular case. But in terms of the government intent, if the government wants to show good faith to the public, and particularly the people of Pili Soufriere and to investors coming into Dominica, with respect to this particular public road that is going through that property, the government should proceed to compulsorily acquire a road reserve at least 50 feet wide on that property and name it after the two persons who have been who got killed in this matter.
Mm-hmm.
Show good faith that you're really serious about what happened and you're concerned about it.
Excellent.
You want to encourage public investors. You want to show that the appreciation for what these two persons did for the country, and at the same time that you want to make sure that road remains public. So if the gentleman goes out free, he's found to be not guilty, he will have to deal with it because the road is there, and maybe he'll have to end up selling his damn property. So that because of the impact of that public road. Mr. Blackmore, the Prime Minister, Minister of Tourism and Parliamentary Representative for Pili Soufriere
constituency, yes. It's just very constituency.
I suggest that you all proceed to show good faith by compulsory acquiring a road reserve of 50 feet or more along what is now a public track or public road, so that the gentleman know and the investors coming to Dominica know you are serious when it comes to public interest. Bye.
Thank you. Great suggestion there. Let's take a voice note there. We're coming mighty close to the end. Yes? Talk to me. Oh, boy. Let's do this.
Matt, good afternoon. And just thank you for what you're doing, Matt. Because I know everybody thinks that they have the answer. And everybody will be in some way or form critical. You know, I sit here listening to a voice from where you played. And, you know, Zed and I were on the same team. We butt heads many times. But Zed, man, come on. Some respect for the man. He's the one who was at the courthouse. He's the one who runs that show every day. We wait to be able to call and say something. You know, just you talk about emotions. There's nobody to have more emotions than you, Zed. So chill already, man. Zed, come on, chill. But Matt,
yes,
this afternoon, honestly, all I want to say about this whole thing is that I am grateful and I am very proud to see the people who came out and they stood up. And they did it in such an organized manner, Matt. And we may not get the results that we expect to see immediately, but you know what that says? It says that Dominicans can stand up together. Because, Matt, the problem about all the issues that plague us is that we all think that everything is happening in a vacuum and, you know, it's not going to affect us. But what we have to realize is that at some point, all the issues they come full circle, and it stems from one area: lack of proper governance, of proper governance, because lack of proper governance and lack of proper governance leads to corruption, which contaminates every single thing that it touches. So these people who never took a dollar from the country to invest in projects, rather they gave so much back to Dominica, so much, just as a true and real investor does. They gave back, and that is the kind of treatment that they were met with. That brutal and heinous murder by somebody who was rubbing shoulders with this administration as somebody who's selling our own passports, our own birthright, man. So essentially, they use our own birthright to beat us, to beat us. Z-man, just chill, man. Take it easy. You know it's a lot of stuff, emotions, many things are going on, man. But let's at least give Matt a little chance, man. That Matt tries his damnedest, and I'm not gonna sit here and have people, disrespect Matt in that manner. You gotta apologize to Matt, man. You gotta take it easy. Control your emotions. You talk about emotions. Control your emotions, man. Z. Control your emotions.
All right, let's see if we can take a call there, or we can wrap it up.
No bail for him. No, may he rot in jail.
We met this guy, Jonathan Lehrer, about a few years ago. It was a completely crazy man. He just tell some bad thing about Daniel and Dominic many years before he killed them. Yeah. We met him in Soufrière one night where there was like a little holiday in Soufrière, and when he saw us and he understand we were French Canadian, he just become very angry and completely. He don't like at all the French Canadian. He find us like the shit. Okay. Yes.
So the people are here and giving support to Daniel, for Daniel.
The people continue to stand. I guess we'll get our latest reports from the courts, whether the judge has amended and changed the bail conditions. Let's take a phone call. 259. Yeah, I know. Yes, are you there?
Mark.
Yes, Marlon. Mm-hmm.
Boy, I just tune in there, yeah, man. I don't know if I'm mistaken. I hear somebody saying we are Marlon. Is it true?
No, I didn't hear that part. Marlon. I didn't hear that part. No. Sorry about that, Marlon. Sorry. Somebody says the next big demonstration should be the call, the resignation of Blackmon Skerritt.
No bill.
On the telephone, are you there? The people are suffering.
But I expect them to call you and apologize to you live on radio, like insulted you. I will tell you.
I know what he's upset about. He sent me a voice note earlier, and then I did not play. So I felt he's a little, but I cannot play everybody's voice note. But I mean, come on, you're a big man. We want to respect you, respect others.
People like that, you see, I wouldn't call like I call the Bible. Even the Bible speak about wickedness, but I would not call you and I insult you like that. I'll never do a thing like that, and you know I wouldn't do that. Bye bye.
Thank you. No, you don't get emotional like that, But again, I excuse my Mr. Zen. Gets too emotional about things. 301. Hello, talk to me, yes? And of course, let's see. Our next stop here is our friends here from Flow, Dominica. Somebody said, Matt, if I had 99% respect for you today, you get 100%. You just calm. If I was in your place, I would decale. No, I wouldn't decale nobody. I don't have that temperament, okay? Just stay cool. They say I have the patience of the hospital. Are you there, caller? We gotta move on. Well, Marlon, there was no clip. There was no clip. That's what I'm telling you. There was no clip. 301. Are you there, caller? Yes. There was no clip.
Good afternoon, Matt.
How are you? How are you? Yes.
I am good, Matt. I'm so proud of Dominicans who stood up this afternoon to
Very
show
proud.
their displeasure with this whole decision to bring this man back to the court to get amendments to his bail. Matt, I am really proud of Dominicans for standing up. It means that you people know what you're about, because Jonathan needs to stay behind bars where he is. For Dominica and Daniel, stand up, Dominica. Matt, and to the person who said you were emotional, Matt, I think that person needs to take a rain check on themselves. My brother, ease up on Matt, because if it wasn't for Matt, you would have nowhere to call and talk about people being emotional. You making us emotional by going after our Matt. Chill out, my brother.
All right, take it easy. All right, well, our final call is emotional. Hello, talk to me.
Matt.
How are you? How are you? How are you?
I feel good now. Some people give response. I'm not going to give response, but Mato, that's why you should be a priest. You have plenty.
I have too much patience. Too much patience.
I know.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon to you. Thank you. I am unarmed but dangerous, they say. Let's do this and come back, Dominica. Unarmed but dangerous. Let's talk.